Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Deans. I'm the Deansy boy of this channel, and I want to be talking about Doctor Who today. Now, Doctor Who, for some of you who don't know, I love it. It's one of my favourite TV shows. I always sit down and watch it with my grandfather, who I call my vamp, and it's absolutely amazing. And recently we had the centenary special for the BBC, which is obviously the one with Jodie Whittaker regenerating into David Tennant. So I don't want to talk about the 14th Doctor. I don't want to talk about Jodie Whittaker's regeneration because I feel like it's been talked enough already. The one thing I want to talk about is there was a particular scene that involved a particular Doctor. And I know there were loads of Doctors involved, so I'm going to say his name, Paul McGann. Paul McGann is the 8th Doctor. Paul McGann is I think the only Doctor who's never had a series. He's never had enough airtime as his own Doctor, whereas the other Doctors, where we saw Peter Davison, we saw Sylvester McCoy, we saw Colin Baker, they all had their series, they all had their runs as the Doctor. And of course we got David Tennant as well, who's coming in as the 14th Doctor, but moving on from that for a moment. The reason why I want to talk about Paul McGann is because I feel that we do not know enough about the 8th Doctor. We don't know what he's like, what he's like as the Doctor man in the TARDIS, and I feel like he deserves to have a mini-series focusing on his journeys as the Doctor. Let me just explain to you the reason why I think that. Now, number one, he's only done the TV movie and he's done that 15-minute mini episode that was building up to the 50th anniversary. Can't really say that having those two episodes, I'm gonna quote that, having these two projects that we get to know enough about the 8th Doctor. All we know about the 8th Doctor is the beginning, which is the beginning of Sylvester McCoy regenerating into Paul McGann, and then the ending, which is he regenerated into John Hurt's the War Doctor. I feel like we don't know enough more. We haven't seen the middle part of it, and some of you guys who are diehard Doctor Who fans are going to say, well, listen to the audiobook, listen to Big Finish, listen to him playing the Doctor for using his voice as the 8th Doctor in multiple audio dramas. I get that, I respect that, but I feel like me and a lot of people don't really listen to the audiobooks unless you're really diehard Doctor Who fans, and to be honest with you, I'd rather see it than listen to it. And I know that sounds very selfish of me, but I feel like Paul McGann deserves a few episodes to his name so we can see what he's like as the Doctor, rather than just listen to it and trying to imagine what he is doing in that particular moment. I'm not saying that he deserves a 2-3 series drama or whatever. I'm just saying he deserves a mini series, maybe 6 to 8 episodes. I'm saying that we can have a small mini series, maybe after a season of Doctor Who, where we have another special of Doctor Who, and it could be aired in the summer, it could be aired in, avoiding the times when Doctor Who, the actual current series, is on. And another is, because of obviously we got Disney Plus on the go, yeah, maybe have it as a Disney Plus special, maybe have it a BBC iPlayer special. But on the grounds of it shouldn't be 15-minute episodes. It should be maybe 45 to 16-minute episodes where we can see what the Doctor's like. Bring back the Daleks, bring back the Cybermen, bring back the Time War, bring back, or even tease it, bring in new monsters, because what you're doing then is you're creating a world for the 8th Doctor, but also you're leaving it open to other things as well. And one thing I've suggested to one of my friends, we were talking about it, was, why don't we bring in a future Doctor? Maybe bring in David Tennant as the 10th Doctor, maybe bring in, or even as the 14th Doctor, or maybe bring in Ncuti Gatwa as the 15th Doctor, maybe bring in Matt Smith, Peter Capaldi, Jodie Whittaker. The reason why I'm not saying Christopher Eccleston, because he just doesn't want to share the spotlight with the other Doctors. Alright, fair enough. We've never seen the Doctor meet his future incarnation. We've always seen the Doctor meet his past, but we've never seen him meet the future. I think it's really interesting to see how the 8th Doctor can react to him meeting his future selves, which I think it's brilliant, and you could get away with that. And also, you can actually create new monsters and then build them up for the future, for maybe the 14th Doctor or maybe the 15th Doctor and beyond. You know, there's so much you can do with the 8th Doctor. You're leaving doors open. There's some things where you can't do in the current series, but you can do it with Paul McGann as the 8th Doctor. There's so many opportunities, and I just feel like with Paul McGann, we haven't had the opportunity, or he hasn't had the opportunity to stand out, show his magic, and just portray the 8th Doctor to see how we want to see him as, and see what he's actually like as a person, as a Time Lord, as someone who is looking to deal with these sort of situations. I just feel like he's been overlooked a lot, because I know that when Russell T Davies revived the series and we had to bring in Christopher Eccleston, it was still fun to theorize or summarize that the 8th Doctor was a legend, that he was the one who caused most of the Time War to go ape shit. I don't know. The 8th Doctor is like a mythology character. He's very mythological in a way that, you know, you don't know much about him. What is he about? What kind of Doctor is he? Even though we got to know him in the TV movie, and then we got to see bits of it in the 15-minute episode. Like I said, we just don't know enough. He's very he's very mysterious, and you just don't know what he's like. So is he dark? Is he light? Is he whatever? What we've seen with those two episodes and the little snippets in the last episode, I don't feel like it's enough justice for Paul McGann. So that's one of the reasons. I think the reasons is to let Paul McGann stand out, show what kind of Doctor he can actually portray, also bring in some old classic villains, tease for the future, maybe bring in a current Doctor or a recent modern Doctor for him to collaborate with, create new monsters, tease the Time War. There's so much you can do with Paul McGann in that mini-series. 6 to 8 episodes maximum. You don't need to go through every single series. It's like a lot of people are saying about David Tennant as the 14th Doctor, that David Tennant has done his time as the 10th Doctor. He's done his time as the Doctor as a whole, and it's nice to see him as the 10th Doctor in specials, but not as the 14th Doctor. But, you know, I don't think Paul McGann's time is up yet. So what about it, guys? Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm wrong? What is your opinion of Paul McGann as the 8th Doctor? Do you think we need to see more of him, or do you think we need to see less of him? So make sure you leave a comment in the section below, and also like, share, and subscribe to my channel on the Deansy Boy Show channel. And I'll see you all very soon. Take care.